fucking my life has changed since this podcast and shit has blowed up because like I used to be the guy who was on the road 100 dates a year, and that's how I identified. You know, I could name every small town venue. I could say what's shitty about the Omaha, Nebraska airport and all this stuff. And now I fucking lost my A-list status.
Do you miss it?
I don't have a letter anymore.
No,
Okay.
now he gets 2 letters, F and U. Who gives a shit, fucking rando? You don't get fucking privileges here.
And they're all like, yeah, you don't qualify anymore. And I was amazed. I was like, that's not who I think of myself as being. And then the next words that came out of my mouth were, can I pay to get on first?
Oh, hells yeah, beautiful people. You know it's Tuesday afternoon in the colonies. But over here in Europe, it's Tuesday night, which means it has got to be go time for Night Attack, bringing you the best of the worst of the internet ever since the dawn of time, or the time anyone started paying attention. Hello, beautiful people. Live, as I always have been, from Cannes, France, I'm Brian Brushwood. Joining me from the other side of the planet, all the way in Oakland, California, is my BFF, Mr. JRY. What's going on, Justin?
Brian, where in Ohio is that?
It's the topless part of Ohio. It's across the pond, as they say it.
Sure, the Cuyahoga?
No, well, it's I believe the pond is called the Atlantic. The Atlantic.
I mean,
France,
yeah,
Ohio.
To you, Yankee. All right, we are here. It is Euro Attack. Brian, a lot of people, we got a reputation at some point for being promise breakers.
You know what? We are promise delayers.
Yes. We practice promise Kama Sutra. We practice promise sutra. Like we have delayed gratification.
Well, exactly. We are tantric promise keepers. You know, people give Sting a bunch of props because he's able to delay gratification for 8 whole hours. Fuck that dude. We delay gratification for 8 months before we get around to delivering the goods.
And here's the thing. Let's stop clapping for Sting's balls for 5 fucking seconds and give all Night Attack a little credit, because when we did a Euro show, not only did we do it timed for the European populace, we fucking sent you out to Europe. And don't get corrected on why exactly you're there.
I definitely came out here just for the European Night Attack, not so much because Google paid for my trip and they asked me to represent them at Google Beach and put on a couple of Scam School sessions to promote Scam School, maybe do a 30-minute live show, maybe show up at a panel at Cannes Lions, which is this big conference that I believe Monica Lewinsky just spoke at and Kim Kardashian is going to be at tomorrow. I definitely came here just for our European show.
And that's why we have fucking decorated this show in a way never before seen. Except for that one time when we had him on because he stayed up real late. Wil Harris, the OG Brito, will be on with us. And just because we're already, we jizzed once with a promise, how about we jizz again? Yes, double ejaculate, because we will also be returning to the startup spelling bee.
Man, I can only think of one way to improve on that, and that's with a surprise guest in the first act, which I want to get to if that were to happen. But first, I do feel like a couple of interesting happens. A funny thing happened on the way to France, Justin.
Okay, so for the record, Texas is like 4 or 5 hour drive from Texas.
By the way, side jag, somebody came up and they're like, I was like, where are you from? They're like, Barcelona. We're like, how far away is that? They're like, it's about 90 minutes. So you drove? And they go, oh, no. I fly. Like nobody, like the idea of driving 90 minutes, or maybe it was longer. Maybe they meant it was a 90-minute flight. But yes, it was a long trip. We had to fly from Austin over to Heathrow Airport and then sleep on the floor of Heathrow for 7 hours before we could hop on a plane to Nice and then sit in the car
real quick,
for an hour.
let me ask you a question, because like you have spent a lot of time in the air, you spent a lot of time in airports. What people who have not flown or traveled, especially for business, don't understand is that there really is like a no rules, laissez-faire fucking attitude in airports, right? And it is only heightened with international travel, because all you got to give a shit about is getting on the plane and landing wherever you are and adjusting. Everything that happens in between, fucking players rules, baby. Like, you can get drunk. You and Bonnie can be fucking in the bathroom in Heathrow, and if you get caught, a Bobby's just gonna be like, "Oh, you too." Like, it doesn't fucking matter.
Well, when we landed, we're kind of shuffling because we got a little bit of shut eye in the plane, but not much. But then we walk over and we're like, "Is there a place where we can lay down?" And the guy, and looking around, it's hustle and bustle. It's stone floors everywhere. The chairs, and this is one of those things you develop that radar where you notice the chairs that have the separating armrests everywhere. It's like, oh, geez. And he goes, well, there's, it's not really for sleeping, but there is a quiet area over here. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. And so we walk down, hustle, bustle, people coming and going. We turn the corner, and there is a strip about 30 meters long, about 10 meters wide, that has, it looks like a bunch of ottomans, a bunch of foot cushions, each about 3 foot by 2 feet wide, kind of staggered around, and along it, as if it's the video from REM, Everybody Hurts. It's just bodies laying everywhere. Bodies on the floor, bodies laying on these ottomans, Arabs next to Jews, blacks next to white, dudes next to chicks, old next to young. It was kind of beautiful because they were all united by one thought: I don't give a fuck who's watching. I am going to lay down and sleep right now.
And I can tell you, it wasn't just bodies, but it was Bonnies too.
Oh yeah. I walk over and Bonnie has on like this nice dress. She looks like, she dressed to go to France, and she's just laid out and drooling on her handbag in the middle of the place. Let the Bonnies hit the floor, they say in the chat room. Yeah.
So now for you, like, are you trying to sleep? Like, I saw that you were getting a beer at 10 o'clock in the morning there.
Well, that was right when we got off the plane, and it's like, we have 7 hours to kill because the next flight was already booked. So we knew we weren't going to go anywhere for 7 hours. So I was like, well, fuck it, let's drink.
Was that planned, or was that something that had to happen because you were delayed out of Austin?
No. That was planned because it turns out this Con Leon's thing is a little bit popular. It's the South by Southwest of Europe. I don't know if that puts it in perspective for you, Justin.
Oh shit!
But
so
they like it was.
Is the Possum Posse there? Are we gonna do a show?
It's almost as good as South by Southwest.
Oh man!
So they only got Pharrell. They didn't get the Possum Posse. But they apparently just that hour-long flight from Heathrow to Nice was over $1,200 or something stupid it was going for. So they put us on the next one. And so we were like, screw it. All the couch cushions were taken up. Bonnie had a couch cushion. I pushed all the bags together and just sort of laid over and hugged it and then vegged out. And eventually, this is how you know you're tired, is when you're sleeping on a cold stone floor and at some point you wake up long enough to roll over and chill the other side and it feels good to you. Where it's like one side of your body is frozen and you wake up, you're like, oh, let me turn over. You turn over and then you actually think unironically, oh, that's the stuff. And then you fall back asleep because you're not freezing on one side.
So you catch a little bit of sleep, right? And that's one of those that's necessary. Like, your battery is just at zero. You just got to get some kind of shut-eye sleep because normally, if you have anything, if you can still go, you would like to stay up through it. That's usually the goal, right?
Well, yeah. So you can make it through, and you can have be on the sensible schedule. So here's one thing that we noticed: we land, and I want to say I'm going to do my best to remember what the T-shirt said. But you get there, and you can always tell groups, whether it's a church group or a family reunion or something. You can tell somebody there as a group. They're all wearing the same T-shirt. And there's a whole bunch of people wearing lime green T-shirts that said, what was it?
It was
Keep Calm
and Girl Scout on. It was a Girl Scout.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a Girl Scout troop.
No, okay. Okay, so Keep Calm and Girl Scout. I could have sworn it was Keep Calm and Travel to Europe on or something. It was something self-referential.
Girl Scout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and so I totally cringed at it, right?
The green, because they always go with green. That was a brown.
Okay, lime green. And so it was to me, it was kind of horrific that it's the reason that is kitsch is because, it was discovered as British as fuck. And it's kind of this adorably British saying that took off internationally. And it's
which is effectively phrase. Shut off your feelings. That's what it should just say. It's just shut up. British people don't have feels.
Well, what's funny is it took off internationally, and then it's like I would not go to England wearing a shitty version of their chief export of sentimentality, kind of half mocking what they have to say. And I point out to Bonnie that I was like, yeah, I don't get it. Why would you do that? That I would be horrified to wear that shirt in England because they're all rolling their eyes at him.
Yeah, and then I'm telling him, I go, yeah, but like, my relative has this up in his office.
But and she says, yeah, no,
Also,
I guess it's really taken off
internationally. Americans not exactly known for a subtlety.
Well, okay, right. but Bonnie says, yeah, but the weird part is that Karsten has it in his office, and he's a surgeon, and I'm like, what is weird about that? I mean, it's an international phenomenon. I mean, Karsten's in Germany, and of course it would be. Oh, that is weird to be a German. With the keep calm and carry on poster in your office.
Yeah, about the fucking, that's like fucking, oh God, who is it? Oh God, I'm going to ruin this reference. It's like Eric, fucking George Harrison having a copy of Eric Clapton's Layla, like in his office, like just to commemorate it.
Yeah. So that was that was a moment that happened.
What was hilarious though is that Brian just guffawed because it just snapped in his brain, and then he just let out this laugh that was just classic.
In the middle
Brian.
of the airport, I go. Because they were bombing them.
All right, so Brian, you get to France. Any fun France stories since you've been there before we get to
actually, we have a whole bunch. We'll save it for the end of the show. We'll try to time in. But Bonnie was pointing out that as I was guffawing that the Germans bombed England while I was in England, a random Swedish person was like, "Excuse me, are you scam school?" And this is with me with the glasses and the hat on in incognito. But yeah, we'll share more of those stories later on.
Well, here we go. Let's go ahead and welcome somebody that we are very, 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 very proud to bring on. Last week, we decided that with the help of Ali Spagnola, we were going to blow up a YouTube account, a random one. We wanted somebody that had the heart, that had the dedication, had the talent, didn't so much have the views, and we wanted to shine a hot spotlight of awesomeness on top of them.
Keep in mind, you say random. It wasn't truly random. It wasn't like we rolled a dice. We had to pre-qualify. In fact, we thought a contender, but it turns out that it was already in our family, and we felt like that was unfair. This isn't nepotism, bro.
And by the way, somebody was like, hey, like, why'd you shit on the dude who was like one of us, like with his account? I'm like, man, we talked about him a bunch. We just didn't tell everybody to do the thing. We didn't write the song. That guy's account is great. Now, not great enough that I remember his name, but I'm sure it's fantastic if you go back and listen to the episode. So,
it's our lovable associate.
Sorry,
Panda 25.
Yeah, 25. Go ahead and check that out. However, we would like to welcome somebody that we surprised in a major way by dropping a fucking Costco package of love on her doorstep, unannounced. Neshcom, are we set up here?
Yeah, let's give her a call and see if she's here. Let's see.
She said she might leave, and she never wants to talk to us, so we're not sure what that means. We'll find out.
Molly, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, it's PolymathMolly!
Everybody, big round of applause for PolymathMolly.
Huzzah! Okay, so Molly, I'm sure by now you've gotten the story that we just wanted to shine just a random spotlight of pure joy and love on somebody who it looked like deserved it on the internet. How did you come to find out what happened and walk us through your experience?
Well, it was actually some pretty interesting timing because I had literally just gotten back in the country from a trip to Costa Rica. And I had my phone on airplane mode the whole time I was away. So I was not tweeting, was not social networking at all to save the international costs that are involved with that. And then I was finally in the car and out of the airport heading back north of Austin from Houston and was connecting back to my world, and it kind of started blowing up after a few months being on. And I, at the moment, had no idea why. Got a whole bunch of followers. People were just tweeting things at me, and I was wondering what was going on. And someone sent me a link to the video of Allie and her wonderful song. And at that moment, I was pretty sure I was hallucinating because I had been traveling pretty much 18 hours, and I thought I was just imagining the entire thing. It was a really big shock.
So how long did it take for you to figure out what was going on, Molly?
20 minutes to 45 minutes, just between all the chaos on my Twitter account and also being in and out of an internet connection while driving.
So you realize that you got to experience kind of the exact inverse of the Justine Sacco experience. Like that's the chick who wrote, about hope I don't get AIDS, just kidding, I'm white. And she landed on the plane to discover that she is trending and hated worldwide. You got off the plane to discover you were suddenly beloved by a small internet community who thought you were the best.
Yes, that's a much better way to go, I think.
All right, so
a quick
everybody go
reminder,
ahead.
you could go. Go ahead, Justin.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to PolymathMolly on YouTube. Follow her on Twitter. Molly, thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything that you would like to say to your new adoring public?
Well, I definitely want to say thank you to you guys for the praise bomb, because I've never experienced that, and it was a thrill, to say the least. You've definitely given me some motivation to keep going, and I look forward to putting out some more fun content for you.
Right on. So real quick, let's get our new segment. It's called Polymath Molly's one-sentence reviews. What is your one-sentence review of the Jurassic Park game that you played?
Nice addition to the original storyline.
That's awesome. That's even less than a sentence. That was a fragment. We can't beat that. That's perfect.
Awesome. Sum it up in 20 words or less.
Thank you so much, Molly. You're a champion, and everyone should go look up Polymath Molly on YouTube and subscribe, and, of course, at Polymath Molly on Twitter, right?
Yes, that's right.
There we go. Everybody, big round of applause for Polymath Molly. Thank you so
you,
much
guys.
for coming on the show.
Awesome. Holy crap. Man, Justin, I cannot think of anything better that our community has ever done for anyone. I can't think of a single time they've changed lives for the better that had a bigger impact than what we just did for Polymath Molly.
Well, I mean, Brian, I would call you a fucking liar from a country of liars, France, where the lie was invented in the rolling hills and dales, because they have done better for us.
Oh, my God.
Patreon.com/Night Attack is where you can go to support the show, although I'm trying to go there now.
Yeah, Patreon is down. We've confirmed it here in the Austin satellite office. So imagine.
Hey, Justin, real quick. I'm trying to spell the word Patreon. Could you use it in a sentence, please?
Yes. Awesome. I just downloaded Patreon.
One more time. Could you use it in a sentence?
Okay. Fuck! Patreon's down.
Okay, good. I knew that would come in handy at some point. Yeah, so whenever it gets around to getting their lazy asses back up and running, head on over to patreon.com, see I spelled it correctly, /Night Attack, and throw us a couple of nickels if you think our show's worth a chuckle or two. Give us a penny a chuckle, a nickel per tickle.
In fact, that we're gonna do that because it looks like this Patreon HQ Ali Spagnola thing might happen, and we're gonna do the nickel per tickle. So if you are at Patreon headquarters and you are a patron and you give at least a nickel, we will tickle you. Like, that's gonna be an actual thing. I will tickle anybody who gives a nickel.
A penny, a chuckle, a nickel, a tickle. That's all we ask. Give us 5 cents is what we're saying.
That's why we have to do it on the Euro Show. We have to do the fucking limericks on the Euro Show. A penny, a chuckle, a nickel, a tickle. What have you, Pence?
All right, enough with this poppycock.
Pickle.
So, hey, can I throw something before we go to Wil Harris? This is a random thought that occurred to me. And by occurred to me, I mean it's a random thing that happened. Your friend of mine, David Rowan, who we had on the previous incarnation, NSFW, he started something that I just want to jump on. We're already too late. He's already run away. He started the bandwagon. We're going to be jumping on late to this. But he has started using the words drugs to mean cool. So, like, when something happens, he's like, oh, man, that's totally drugs. And he's like, oh, dude, that's drugs as fuck. And I love that. I think it's so punk rock and so terrible and so countercultural. Like, because the word cool and even cursing now is so mainstream that it's like, it needs to have that twinge of like, oh, that's not appropriate. It's like, and I kind of love the fact that it's so wrong, like shouting the C word in public.
Well, but if we're gonna brainstorm something that goes above and beyond drugs, what would it be? Like, what's 1 degree above drugs?
Rape. Oh man, that's rape.
No, more than 1 degrray.
No.
More than 1
sorry.
degree rape
Okay.
is that's 10, 15
Oh,
plus up.
It's statutory rape. No. Okay. All right.
I mean, I feel like, man, that's assault. Like
That's assault. Okay. Oh man, that's embezzlement. That is embezzlement as shit.
I say that's totally coochie.
Totally Gucci. That's something you would actually say to our children.
Oh, wait.
I would say okay, man. I don't know. I think drugs is at that plus because also we're sort of in this weird. We're seeing the second age of prohibition repealing right now, and it seems like drugs is only going to get to be a safer and safer word as we put that say no to drugs thing behind us.
I mean,
Although
I don't know.
like
I think we could come up with a more tax embezzlement quote.
I think that's. What about butt nibbler?
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. I need to comment on something because I'm talking to Brian and Bonnie on their way to the airport, right? I'm on my way to Pennsylvania. I got time to kill. I call Brian because I don't know how much I'm going to be able to talk to him while the trip is happening before the show. So I call him just to go over some basic stuff and also just to shoot the shit. Bonnie and Brian are on their way to the airport. And when I say giddy describes them, it fucking doesn't do justice to how excitable they were. Here's how excitable Bonnie and Brian were. They're laughing, they're joking, they're knee slapping, fucking like just in a great mood. All of a sudden, I'm on Route 81 heading to Scranton, Pennsylvania. My fucking my Apple Watch starts buzzing because Bonnie is not sending me 1 edition, but 2 of boobs. Just writing out boobs on my watch, right? And just in case I don't understand that she's writing boobs on my watch, not texting, mind you, she's drawing with her fingers. She puts nipples on the O's just to let me know that these are boobs as in titties. You guys are in such a fucking good mood, and just not to put too fine a point on it, they're like, Brian's like, well, to be honest with you, man, we could not be going to Cannes, France, but rather to fucking Chernobyl, Russia, and we would be just as excited to be outside of the halo of the kids for 5 days.
Oh, Jesus. That's not even an exaggeration. By the way, people are saying maybe that's the word. That's totally boobs, bro.
Oh, dude, the boobs. I think we fucking
it's
nailed
totally
it.
boobs. Can we start saying totally boobs?
I think it's a pretty boobs move by us.
I mean, it's not as boobs as drugs, but I mean, I think drugs is boober than boobs, but yeah, no, I'm boobs.
How about this one? Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest comes to us from the grand city of London, England. He didn't have to stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning because he's got a fancy-ass job at a major fucking media empire, but he still makes time for you. For you, the Diamond Club family, ladies and gentlemen, the OG Brito, you know him as Wil Harris.
Huzzah!
Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh my God, it is so rad to be on the same page as you, the same wavelength. What's up with this asshole in the colonies thinking he's as boobs as us?
Brian, all I can say is that you're over in Europe now, so it's totally tits to be on this show.
That's it. That's the metric translation for boobs.
The metric translation is totally tits.
Boobs is the American standard. Please, they've evolved beyond that. They've gone on to tits. How the hell have you been, Will?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. You know, over here in the future, it's pretty nice. I'm looking forward to the epic trip out to Dragon Con in the summer and coming back into the past. And life is pretty
awesome.
good.
So you'll be at Dragon Con. I did not realize this.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm going to be there with tits on.
Right on, Justin. Where do we want to take things? Did you had a bit of an agenda for Wil Harris, right?
Well, no, I mean, Will. So, have we talked to you since you have since you got your current gig? Can you explain what you are doing now? Because you're like a major fucking media big shot in London.
Justin, you say that like I wasn't a major media big shot before this.
Dude, he was already top hats and monocles before top hats and monocles.
Already, I mean, we're already monocled up. Yeah, so I'm working at a company called Condé Nast. It's like a publisher, and we publish like Wired magazine and GQ magazine. And so I look after all the kind of web shit, all that like online stuff. Because you know, there's like magazines, but there's also like websites for magazines. So it's pretty exciting because I do the websites for the magazines.
Now, so in other words, you do the only part of the magazines that me or Justin will ever see, which is really exciting to know that you're in charge of the magazine as far as we're able to know or tell.
Yeah, exactly. It's the future. There's this thing called the internet, and people are going to publish on it, and we're definitely going to be there.
I'll tell you what, man. I will say, and the moment you said Condé Nast, the first example that I thought of was Wired. I really dig Wired's online content. I find myself reading a bunch of their stuff, and Wired is legitimately the only print magazine that we still get, and that's saying a lot, because I used to be one of those guys, you know, because they're a tax write-off for my business as I'm educating myself. I had like 20 magazine subscriptions back in the late 1990s, early 2000s.
That's amazing. So basically my career is your tax write-off. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Oh, yes. No, totally. That's exactly right.
I mean, like what few taxes we pay in America, you know, like unlike the 90% that you pay out there.
Brian, that's more than boobs. That's
seems to me
that's butt nibbling. That is.
It's well played, Mr. Harris. Well played.
All right. I don't know if I have. I lost this stupid sheet. Bryce, can you please Skype chat me the link to the stupid sheet?
Okay.
What we're gonna do is we're bringing back the startup spelling bee. Will, are you familiar with the rules of the startup spelling bee?
Could you use startup spelling bee in a sentence?
Yes. Awesome. I just began playing the startup spelling bee.
Fuck! The startup spelling bee is down.
Yeah, it sounds like he's familiar with the game, Justin.
All right, so here we go. Somebody, I'm sure, will be able to get us the number to beat in the chat room. But Will, what we're doing is
reminder,
reading
some of our previous champions. We had Patrick Norton. We had Molly Wood. We had a couple others I'm having a hard time remembering. Andrew Main was one of our startup spelling bee players. We're looking forward to having a tournament of champions later. But for those of you who don't know, we don't know if you guys have heard, but startups tend to have kind of silly names. Turns out that they don't spell by traditional rules. So we go to angellist.com, which is a list of people looking for angel funding, whole bunch of startups. And we're going to see, I believe it's 5 of them is what we offer.
7.
7. Okay, we're going to give them 7 names. And we're going to see if Wil Harris can break the all-time record of how many?
3, I believe.
I think it's 3. I think the highest
all I
3.
care about is beating that like total scoundrel Ayaz Akhtar. If I can beat Ayaz Akhtar, then I will just go home with my pride intact.
Shots fired. Right. Jamaican air horn time.
All right. There it is. All right, here we go. We're going to start off with this one here. Will, your startup is Gem.
Gem. Listen, as per usual, Will, before you answer, I'm going to do my best to kind of fill things out here for you. Hey, Justin, can you tell us how many employees are at Gem?
Gem currently has 3 employees.
Are you sure it's not spelled Jim?
Eight
It's just-
employees. 8 employees.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, are you sure it's not just a guy named Jim?
A guy named
No.
Jim. Yeah, and his 2 dogs.
Okay, and real quick, what is it that Gem does?
Gem empowers developers to rapidly build apps and solutions using Bitcoin and cryptocurrency without needing to be experts in cryptography, security, or underlying protocols.
All right, listen, Will. I think the key here is I heard the word Bitcoin. As your advisor, I'm going to say once you go Bitcoin, letters can be numbers and vice versa.
Never go
So just-
Titcoin.
Yeah, once you go Bitcoin, it's stick it in the slick coin.
Jesus.
So if you can, Will.
Get your panties in a twist coin.
I know,
Panties
yeah.
in a twist coin.
Once you go Bitcoin, you eat a bag of shit coin.
All right. What? Will, go ahead and take your stab at it, man.
Gem. DJEM. Gem.
Holy cow. That's huge. DJEM Gem. Justin, was he correct?
Will your startup spelling bee guess is wrong?
I thought that was really good. Wait, shut up.
Oh, it's just Gem.
Just Gem.
Motherfuckers.
Jem. Jem.
No, it's GEM.
It's a G.
It's,
GEM.
Justin also failed the startup spelling bee, and he was actually reading the word. It's GEM, not JEM, because JEM is the hologram that's truly outrageous, or she's the singer with the holograms.
Sure. All right. Hey, listen, man. I'm sick of you fucking European snooty motherfuckers judging me. All right? I got heart and I got soul. That's all I need as an American.
All right, fair enough. I apologize.
All right, here we go. Your next startup is Clutch.
Clutch. And what is it that Clutch does?
Clutch is WhatsApp meets iCal.
What does that even mean?
Nothing
WhatsApp
worse than that.
meets
That's like
iCal?
that's like pitching. That's like a Clutch is sticky notes meets WordPad.
Is it like have your friends text you to remind you of your meetings? Like, dude, you're super late for this meeting.
Clutch
that doesn't even
eliminates
make any sense.
the typical painful back and forth scheduling process and transforms it into a sleek, elegant mobile decision-making platform. Clutch was designed to get people together in the real world.
Oh, so it's
Okay,
just
the
a
only thing
secretary.
I have for you, Will, as your advisor, is I feel like there's something to the fact that it says elegant. What was that description again? Elegant, sleek, or something?
It transforms the painful back and forth scheduling process into a sleek, elegant mobile decision-making platform.
Okay, if you want to call it sleek, elegant, mobile decision-making platform, my guess is you don't have a kludgy, ugly name. So I would say, now keep in mind, we're living in a post-gem world where JEM
Clutch,
could spell
not kludge,
success.
Brian. Clutch, not kludge.
Yes, exactly. What's your guess?
Can you use it in a sentence?
Yes, awesome. I just downloaded Clutch.
Okay.
Would you like to know its
Can you just give
funding?
it to me one more time?
Oh, yeah, you know what? That's a good point, Justin. I would like to know their funding.
They had a $700,000 seed round.
Well, and this is for
February
how
of
many employees are they?
What was that?
How many employees in Clutch?
Listed on Angel List, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 employees.
All right, now I think I know where Will's headed right now. Just for the record, I advise you not to spell it KKKLUTCH. I don't think that's right.
With an umlaut.
Yeah. The Ku Klux app, as Gatawag puts it.
Clutch zap. Okay. Clutch. CLUTCH. Clutch.
Oh, bold move.
Right. Will, your startup spelling bee guess is wrong.
K-L-U-T-C-H, are you kidding me?
Will, I'll tell you what, you are down to 5 guesses. You're going to need to start getting these right here. K-L-U-T-C-H. It is WhatsApp meets iCal, based in Santa Monica, California.
All right. We got to plow forward, Justin. Give us another one.
Narrative.
God damn it.
Shut your hole. Narrative?
Narrative.
What does narrative do?
It's the first Snapchat network.
Of course it is.
And how many people make up narrative?
Narrative currently lists on Angel List 1 employee and 2 founders.
By the way, already in the chat, they're suggesting maybe it's K-N-A-R-I-A-T-A-I-V-E.
You want to know?
Are you sure it's not narratits?
No, it's not
It
narratits.
could be pronounced narratits. I don't know. I know it is spelled the way I would pronounce it, narrative. It has been funded on January 1st, 2015 for $1,200,000.
Okay,
Three
real
people?
quick.
Those three people like having the fuck off party right now.
Here's maybe they got a great idea. Maybe they're visionaries. Real quick, Will, I'm just going to say, ask yourself this. The fact that they were founded in 2015 or they got funded in 2015, do we live in a post-dumb spelling universe, clutch notwithstanding, where it's like, because it used to be, 8 years ago, the hot jam was to take out all the vowels. Are we past that? Can we spell narrative? Wait. Like maybe they simplify and they leave out the E at the end, where it's narrative, like T-I-V.
Yeah, where are they from, Justin? Where are they founded?
Narrative is based in Los Angeles. And they describe
I feel like they're
fancy
far
French spelling then.
Narrative is the first network with Snapchat as its center of gravity. We are building ongoing programming and large audiences on Snapchat for brands, as well as owned and operated channels, all involving our creators who see over 3 billion views per month.
Whoo, doggy. I think that they got funded because this has Snapchat funk all over it, and that people want to throw money to anything that as a matter of fact, the biggest sign we saw at Can Leon was a giant yellow ghost staring at our faces. I don't know, buddy. You're on your own on this one, Will.
Yeah, it's funny. I feel like my phone's got Snapchat funk all over it regularly. Okay, narrative. N-A-R-I-T-I-V, narrative.
Wait, N-A-R-I-T-I-V? Narrative?
Yeah.
All right. Will, your start-up spelling bee guess is... Correct!
Oh my God, that's amazing!
It's if I were like, doing the logo, I'd
Yeah.
make it like the big capital I and the T.
Oh, narrative.
Yeah,
Narrative.
I like it. You
Ah, where
nailed
did that
it.
go? Narrative.
Like a bit of Snapchat, do ya? Bit of funk on your Snapchat, get some narrative.
That totally tits.
it's drugs as fuck, man. Wow.
All right.
Okay, one down. Come on, we're on a roll now.
By the way, for the record, T2T points out that at one point you are now beating nobody, but tied with Ayaz Akhtar. So you are well on your way to success, sir.
Oh, fuck that guy.
All right. For the record, the way you breathlessly said that makes me think that that's what you whisper as you come. You're just like, oh, fuck that guy.
Your next startup spelling bee guess is Sagent.
Oh, what?
Sagent. What is Sagent?
Sagent.
What is it? What does it do?
Sagent is sales conversation optimization.
Sagent. How big are they? They seem like they'd be a big company.
Sagent has listed as employees 3.
Yeah.
Is it anything to do with Martin Sagent?
No.
Unclear.
I don't think it's
It
Martin
has
Sagent.
been funded for $2 million.
All right, Will, here's what my read is. They seem like a legit company. They got $2 million. They're grown up. I'm going to say, really? I think you're looking at S-A-Y-G-N-T or S-A-G-N-T because that's a weird word. I think that seems like the kind of thing that might be free. Unless, actually, I don't know. Chat room's got a good point. S-E-I-J-E-N-T as well. That's tough. That's tough.
Justin, can you use it in a sentence?
Page optimization for in-store sales conversations. Our unique value proposition is lifting stores' performance through optimization of field sales workforce. We can do this through big data analysis of real-world sales conversations. Sagent.
Yeah, I think Will has a good point. Is there a chance that we could hear it in a sentence?
Okay. Fuck! Sagent's down.
Does that give you what you need, Will?
Just give it to me one more time, Justin. Just one more sentence.
Awesome. I just got fucked because I met somebody on Sagent.
Okay. Sagent. S-A-G-E-N-T. Sagent.
Ooh.
S-A... What? Say it again.
S-A-G-E-N-T. Sagent.
S-A-G-E-N-T.
No, sorry. I'm going S-A-Y-G-E-N-T.
Wait, what? Are you changing it?
I'm changing it. S-A-Y-G-E-N-T. Sagent.
Ruling from the judges?
I don't know. I between you and me, he definitely said that after someone in the chat room shouted wrong, but the chat room's just as likely to be wrong as they are right. So I'm gonna grant it. I'm gonna say it's okay, and I'm gonna assume he didn't Google it.
S-A-Y-G-N-T.
No, G-E-N-T, right? There was an E in there.
E-N-T.
Yeah.
S-A-Y-G-E-N-T.
Answer is...
Oh!
Correct!
This is followed up after him saying like, "Oh, that fucker." He just whispers, "Jizz, mate."
All right, we move now into the final 3. If you get one of these final 3, you are tied for the lead.
Man, it's like Battlestar Galactica.
If you get 2, you are the top player in our startup spelling bee.
Ooh, boy.
We're also now officially beating Ayaz Akhtar.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Jizz, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Jizz.
Cheers.
All right. Your next startup is Signified.
Signify does. Well, let's go in reverse order. How many people is Signify?
Signified currently has listed on Angel List 1 employee and 2 former
and are
employees.
they funded?
It is funded for $4 million.
Oh my God!
Although it has a CEO, 2 CEOs, and a COO.
And okay, and what is it that Signify does?
Signified is a machine learning based e-commerce fraud detection tool. At the point of checkout, we're able to draw on hundreds of data sources and reduce it all into a single score with a few critical insights for e-commerce merchants.
Signified and again, from an audio standpoint, it would be as though you're talking about the past tense of the word to signify. Like
yes,
it
that would be
signified
correct.
Great success.
Past tense of signify. Yes,
Okay.
signified.
Okay. Signified. Can you use it in a sentence?
Yes. Awesome. My mom just got on Signified.
Okay.
And I got nothing for you.
And where is it based?
Signified is based in Santa Clara, California.
Okay. Signified. SIGNIFYD.
That's pretty wide. That's pretty. I can't do better.
SIGNIFYD.
Yeah.
That is my answer.
Will, your startup spelling bee answer is correct.
He's tied. He's tied. He's tied. He's tied.
All right, we need no more looking at the camera for you, Will. You got to look sideways or something because this is getting a little suspicious.
All right. Dude, this is it. This is for the win, Will.
Was just an absolute fluke. It was just like, take this, because it's a signal. It's like signals. It's data signals. So it's got to start with signal, but they're not going to get signified because that's not going to be a URL. So they've got to fuck it up somewhere along the line. So it's got to be signal, but fied with like a Y. So it's like the logic kicks in.
Waffleophagus in the chat room is screaming, "It's the watch! He's looking at the watch!"
I can't look at the watch. So I'm just getting Bonnie texting me boobs the whole time.
Yeah.
All right, two more to go. One more, and you become the Startup Spelling Bee champion. And another one, and you just blow everybody out. But if you don't get either of these right, you are tied with everybody else who is at 3.
Man, this is huge, Will.
Justin, we take everything for ourselves.
I'm feeling it.
The sun never sets, and the Startup Spelling Bee wins never drive. This Startup Spelling Bee company is Qubel.
God damn it.
What?
Qubel does what?
Qubel is Adaptum platform as service for the enterprise. Which
How many people are in Qubel?
Buzzwords. There's literally like
no substance in that.
Wait, read that quote again.
Adaptive platform as a service for the enterprise.
I swear to God, this was created by a jumbler on the internet. Somebody clicked a randomize button and got this pitch.
The Qubel platform is a multi-tenant service that provides the enterprise clients with an open, extendable, and highly customizable application management automation platform for development, testing, deployment of operational support of complex multi-tier applications on heterogeneous cloud and non-cloud infrastructures. This is a sandwich. They're selling a sandwich. It's one sandwich and it's got pastrami on it.
Fuck these guys. What are they funded for?
Qubel has reportedly been funded for $2,800,000.
I don't normally do this, Will, but I'm going to suggest a very specific spelling for it's Qubel, right?
Qubel.
Bullshit. That's how you spell Qubel, motherfucker. What the fuck?
I think there should be bonus points for that. Justin, can you use it in a sentence?
Awesome. My ex-girlfriend died while working at Qubel.
Qubel, it's totally tits.
No, it's not. Dude, don't grade
not tits. What's
like
the opposite
that.
of tits?
Qubel. They might be tits. Who fucking knows? Literally, like nobody. It could be a ghost. It could be tits. It could be an old haunted suit of armor.
Qubel, they're a synergistic acquisition of tits-like technology. All right.
Right. Okay.
Take it away, man. I got
this
nothing.
This company is so ridiculous. I just feel like I have to pick the most ridiculous spelling, and if it's not the most ridiculous spelling, I'm going to be disappointed.
Hold on, Will.
Wait.
2 seconds before you guess. This is so juvenile and it's so stupid. And if she hears it, I apologize because it's really mean to just in a public forum make fun of somebody's last name. But considering the fact that like all of this just seems like gobbledygook, it might just be a troll. Considering their CEO has the last name Liveshits.
Can you spell that in a sentence?
Yeah. Spell here. Spell. At least give us the CEO's spelling name.
Victoria Livschitz. Liveshits.
Wow.
Cuble. Okay, so you got some choices. It could be C-U-B-L-E. What's your gut say? Do you think there's a C or a Q in there?
No. My gut says it's got to be ridiculous. It's got to be a Q. It's got to be a Q.
I don't know. This is $2.8 million funding. Oh, you know what would be amazing is to have like statisticians break down funding amounts based on how ridiculous the name is, like per letter of words. If there's a Z in there or a Q or an X, somebody has to have done that, right? Nobody. Anyway.
No, nobody.
Okay.
That would be good though. Like short names do better. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say Cubal, Q-U-B-O-L, Cubal.
Ooh.
Will, your startup spelling guess is incorrect. Q-U-B-E-L-L.
Man, so close.
It's
so close. There's Victoria
damn American
Liveshits.
accent. It's Q-Bell, you tits.
By the way, and also Stan Klimoff, as in Klimoff my dick. I'm trying to make this money out here.
Damn it. Well, congratulations to Wil Harris for being a tied champion.
No, he has one more.
No, one more, Brian.
Oh,
you shut
wait,
your
what?
puffy mouth.
Oh, sweet. Oh, good. We can come back from the brink. What is the last one?
Here we go. Your final startup spelling bee startup is.
This is so drugs.
Squiggle.
You motherfucker.
That is a butt nibbler of a name.
No, it's only tits. It's not butt lip nibbler. Okay, so what is it that Squiggle does?
Is that who's calling?
Who's dialing
sorry,
somebody?
It's the CEO of Cubal, and boy, is she upset.
It's fucking fired up.
That's on your line, Justin.
Is it? God damn it.
Hello, it's Victoria Liveshits. You're an asshole, Justin Robert Young. Fuck you.
Climb off my dick.
All right,
Clip
there we go.
off my
All right,
dick.
Squiggle.
Liveshits out. I'm the
Remote
tits.
working made awesome.
Wait, say it again.
Remote working made awesome.
Ah, Jesus. That's like saying, Squiggle, the ending of Lost made sense.
Do you have any other questions?
There is so much hatred for that sentence, Brian.
I mean, it's. I got nothing. Squiggle, dude. I would say just
can
drop
you use
the
it in
E.
a sentence?
Fuck! Hitler just got hired at Squiggle.
I would say just drop the E at the. Oh, wait. What are they valued at?
Squiggle has publicly raised $1.1 million.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna say just drop the E at the end. Will. That's my guess.
Wait, you mean the common King's English spelling of squiggle?
No, I drop the E at the no. Squiggle has L-G-L-E at the end. I say
See,
drop the E.
It'd be easier if it was Squiggler, because you would know that was a drop D and an R on the end, and you kind of have that going.
Yeah.
Squiggler would be better. I feel like Squiggle. Man, how many employees does Squiggle have?
Squiggle is listed on Angel List as having 2 employees and 2 past employees.
Oh,
It also has a Q&A from an investor publicly saying, "How are you doing in 2014?" I don't know what
Not that well.
So real quick on this Q&A, what is the 5th question and answer on there?
The what?
The 5th question and answer.
There's
in the
only
Q&A.
one. It's just
Oh,
one.
there's only
dude.
one? That's the one. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. No, I can give you. There's some points here. There are 5 points that they have listed. So just give me 1 out of 5. I'll
4.
read you their
Point
points.
number 4. Give me point number 4.
Squiggle interactions are 2 minutes on average, compared to 27 minutes on Skype.
Okay. Maybe you should just do the whole show on Squiggle and like just end the shenanigans. It'll be like 3 minutes.
I'll tell you what, man. You
Tits,
fucking
fart,
laugh.
poop, jizz, British dudes, Hitler, play the lullaby.
Also, like, this is really not that crazy. Like, remember when everybody like pretended that Slack wasn't just Google Chat and everybody's on it constantly and everybody badgers you if you don't download Slack and talk in the Slack? Please talk in the Slack. Why aren't you in Slack? Why'd you leave Slack? Please get on Slack.
Yeah.
Pepperidge
That's
Farm
definitely
remembers.
true. That's definitely true. Okay. Can you tell me where they're located?
San Francisco.
Of course.
Telling you, man, 2 G's, 1 L, no E.
Brian, your track record is
Terrible.
is not
I'm the
making
worst.
me
I'm
feel
the worst
well.
advisor in the
this
business.
is where it happens. The star player starts emasculating his coach. Gets a little
it's
too big
deservedly
for
so.
his britches.
I'm legitimately the worst. Also, just consider how you're going to feel when you're like, why didn't I go with Brian? Alternately, consider how it'll feel when you're like, shit, why did I listen to Brian?
So it's
Epic
like if
Murdoch
I listen
suggesting
to
that you
Brian and I
squiggle
get
it
it wrong, I'm
just
like,
a little bit.
why did I listen to that asshole? And if I don't listen to Brian and I'm wrong, I'm like, why am I the asshole?
Yeah.
So it's like, which one of us is more likely to be an asshole?
Well, I mean, it's me, almost certainly. But you know what might feel better? So, okay, here's what I would say. If I were you, I would not listen to me, because if you're right and you take my advice, then I'm going to steal all your credit. But if you're right and you didn't take my advice, then it's all you.
Also,
That's
there's
true.
plenty of credit to go around, because if you win, you're the winner of the startup spelling bee. Like, this is not some fuck around
Okay.
silly boy bullshit, man. Like there you can spread around all the hosannas you want, because you will be the champion.
Hoopy Hobo maybe has the best point. He says, or don't take Schwood's advice because he's clearly wrong. That's a valid reason to not take my advice as well.
Okay. I am going
Wait,
to...
hold on. Maybe there's 1 G. Might only be 1 G.
Squiggle. Get to sign up to Squiggle, mate. Like a bit of Squiggle for your chat.
Maybe it's SQGL.
Sounds
Just
so
saying.
much like casual.
Squiggle.
Okay.
Man, I think we're out of time. It's all you will.
I'm going to play the fake out card. S Q U I G G L E Squiggle.
What?
Will, for the championship of the startup spelling bee,
Come on, buddy.
your answer of squiggle is wrong by one letter. SQWIGGLE. You almost fucking had it by one. It was a double U, not a single U.
You were 1 U shy. Man,
Well, I
that's
guess now
school.
we're both assholes.
That's school as fuck. That's Monday mornings as fuck.
Man,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. You can't
That-
fucking make up the drama here for the startup spelling bee. Everybody give a round of applause. Yet another person tied for 3 startup
Huzzah!
spelling bee
Congratulations, one Wil Harris. You killed it. Hey, do you want to hang around with us for the end here, or do you got to split?
No. I'm in it for the long haul, buddy.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Nesh,
do we have? Are we?
We do.
Added up?
No ad this week.
Good. But
good.
We can announce that that people are still sponsoring us.
People still
which
like
is a
this
real
show.
fucking
Turns
shock.
out.
Yeah, man. And by the way, if you guys want to sponsor the show, want to reach out to our fabulous producer, one Bryce Neshcom Castillo. Head on over to your email client of choice and write neshcom@gmail.com with the subject heading bananas, and he'll know that means I want to sponsor Night Attack.
Sure.
Bananas.
I mean, I will read the body of the email, but yeah, bananas is good. You know what? Bananas is good. I can filter bananas out.
Right, this is not becoming of you as a boss to just like harass your employees' inbox. Like, hey, if you want to sponsor the show, send a picture of an old orangutan to.
The older the orangutan, the cheaper the rates you get, by the way. If he's like grizzled and gray, he has to be alive, though. A video of like an old, completely gray-haired orangutan will get you the best rates, FYI.
A dead orangutan, and we're going to call the cops. For real. This is fucking not a joke, man. We take it very seriously here.
T2T2 says this is why Brian doesn't respond to my emails.
Because I just assume they're all orangutan pictures. Oh, man. Hey, so Justin and Will, real quick, I want to take you on a little journey. We're here at Con, and Con, it's like South by Southwest. They got a bunch of different official events, but then there's also peripheral stuff that's kind of on the menu, private parties, little stations you can get into, and Google has the biggest and the bestest because they're the Googs, and they have obviously they're promoting Android, and they have this whole adorable station where you can Androidify yourself. I think there's Google Androidify myself, and you can make an Android thing of yourself. And they've got these water bottles that you're able to print out your Android of on there. And Bonnie was like, oh my God, I should make little Androids of the girls and then bring them water bottles. And she's like, well, is it okay? I got 3 girls. And they're like, yeah, go for it. Go ahead and do it. And so Bonnie goes to the Androidify station. And I want you, I'm not going to make any judgment as I set this up for how everything turned out, but I want you to describe through the eyes of each of our children a journey backwards in time, okay? Now, I will say to her credit, Bonnie eventually figured out how to use the Androidify Me tool, and she nailed it, and she made what I think is a very passable facsimile in Android form of our 2-year-old daughter, Calliope. Justin, hang on. Let me see if I can get that. Hold on. No. Here. We're going to hold it up until it focuses on there. No.
Put your whole hand up there.
Okay, hold on. Hold hand up there.
Yeah.
All right, and then what?
And then use the it's overexposed.
Yeah. No, I could tell. Oh, you mean high here? Why don't I turn down the brightness instead?
Turn down for what?
We're too much brightness. Okay. There we go. Oh, here. In fact, I'll turn this off. I'll turn off all the lights on the planet.
Oh, that's perfect. Just do that.
There we go.
Is that enough?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Describe, Justin, and rate, you two will, describe and rate how close this is to our actual Calliope.
Sorry, are you holding up a bottle of a photo, or is that actually a photo of Calliope? I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, this is a bottle with an Android-like logo of our 2-year-old daughter.
Well, it has what looks to be a nightie, pigtails up top. So, I mean, as far as the boxy shape of the Android logo, I mean, I guess sure. Like, she's a very young child who wears literally whatever she will be allowed to be put into each day.
Okay, great. Okay, so if you're Callie and you get this, you do what? The reaction is what?
You will say, I will barely remember this when I'm an adult. This is great. I'm going to throw it on the ground.
Awesome. Okay, good. All right. Now, we're going to go back in time to when Bonnie was a little less experienced with the tool, and she made the one for Penny. So, Will, if you could describe what we're seeing with the Penny Android.
I'd love to describe what I'm seeing with the Penny Android, but words actually fail me. It looks like a fish is wearing a ballet dress, and she's playing basketball because she has enormous sneakers, and is possibly dead.
Okay, Justin.
Yeah, this does. It looks like somebody who, you know, like the old like Atlantic City like steel pier like divers. Like it's as if one of them, like back when like all women's bathing suits had to be a dress on some short, like it's that dress bathing suit, but she is dead. And they're weekend at burning her like down through Atlantic
Weekend at
City.
Bernice's.
Bob McBog says it's basically a penis with sunglasses.
That's
It
accurate.
does. Well,
Okay.
the worst part is I forgot the hair. And like, Penny is all about. She
Exactly.
has,
It's just all head.
she has this long hair down to her butt, and she's like, "Oh, my hair! I will never cut it." And then I forgot to put the hair.
Forgot to put the hair. Also,
You
does
gotta
she wear
trim that shit, man. You
sunglasses
gotta
a
trim
lot?
it down.
Justin, when Penelope gets this, especially after she saw Callie get hers, when Penelope gets this one, what does she say or do?
She puberty immediately starts, and she runs off with somebody who owns a motorcycle. Like this, basically, just completely ruins Penny.
Okay. And that's great. I don't know that I would like to think Penny would be a little more controlled. She would try to put on a fake polite, like, well, that was a very nice thought, Mom, and then throws it in the trash.
Right.
Now let's go back in time a little bit farther.
Okay, I didn't know that you could.
Hold it.
Okay.
By the way, Just Will suggesting you should soften the blow for Penny getting that by making her shave her head so she's more.
Fair enough. Okay, I want you to imagine that now of the three, Josie, it seems to me, would be the most like into her self-image. I don't know if you picked that up on Josie, right?
Yeah, of course, Josie, for those of you who have not spent a lot of time in the Brushwood house, is intensely fashion forward. She is always dressing up in different outfits. She's goes through 3 or 4 costume changes a day whenever I've been there.
Sounds
and
like a Vogue girl, Justin. Sounds just like the kind of people I work with on a day-to-day basis. I know that type of person well.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So I want you to, real quick, just describe, let's go in reverse order. Describe for me, after seeing the first two, how Josie reacts to...
Whoa! Whoa! Is it a face? Is it like, because the boobs just look like a face. It's like a face, but it's got this huge hair, and it's got these little pimples on its forehead.
Brian,
got
post this on your
tits eyes.
Instagram
It's got
immediately,
tits
just so
for
people who are
eyes.
only listening to this can see what's going on.
Okay.
All right, so much to unpack here. Number one,
That
wear
shit
the
is not
bathing
going
suit.
topless in Cannes.
So, all right,
First-
this is an actual picture, a photorealistic picture of like the if Mike Myers' Coffee Talk character were in a bikini.
Actually, if I could grow on that, Justin, I would say if Matthew Inman of the Oatmeal
Yes.
were to make a version of the Coffee Talk character, it would be this.
Yeah, so it's in a 2-piece bathing suit, which is odd because does Josie even have a 2-piece bathing suit?
She'll get one as fast as she can.
No. She has to own the swimsuit. She lives in her swimsuit. So, like, I'm not compromising on swimsuit.
Oh, sure, yes, but every time I've seen her in a swimsuit, there are 2 things that I've ever seen Josie dress in, which is ballerina costume or swimsuit, but they are always 1-piece swimsuits, right? Like this is like kind of a foreign cut.
Justin,
I just feel like
I
feel like it's
I hide the 2 pieces so that her grandma bought them for her, and so I hide them because it looks really gross on like a 6-year-old, and then she finds them, and then she just prances around. I was like, oh, so yeah, she's got 2 pieces.
I hate to put a retro vibe on it, but do you think like a little Terrence and Phillip?
It is
yeah,
very
sure.
Ernst and
But then
Phillip.
again, that's sort of what the Android logo is about, which I suppose you would have seen if the Penelope one had hair. But unfortunately, this is pre-Bonnie realizing she could shape the body, pre-Bonnie realizing she could color the hair, pre-Bonnie forgetting to add hair.
And here's what you need to also understand, if you are just listening to this, is that the Android square body hangs out of the two-piece bathing suit bottom. So there is like this just like mud flap, fat ass, like ass so fat you can see it from the front kind of thing going on here.
Yeah, dude. So needless to say that tomorrow I will be asking Pretty Please if I can go to the Androidify Meets booth and just get 2 really quick ones for my daughters. Who's that lady? I don't know who that is.
Oh my God, that's so good. That is so
Brian,
amazing.
I feel like unless you come back with an Androidified Justin,
Oh,
with just the most
dude, that's a
enormous
great
beard,
call.
this
I
is
do
gonna
need to
be a
make that
disaster.
happen. Oh,
Does he wear a two-piece bathing suit?
Me in a two-piece bathing suit is the only one I want. I don't want
Yeah.
one that is accurate. I want that with a beard.
I'll do my best. In the meantime, people are suggesting we put this on scamstuff.com.
I think we could maybe should we do that as a Patreon drawing? Should we have everybody? who-
Yeah, that's great. All right, so we'll save the Penny and the Josie. Oh, well, Callie's actually going to get hers. But oh my God, yeah, these are amazing. Hey
yeah,
man,
get in.
you want
We'll
to
do a
jump into some
drawing right
diamond
now.
time?
Patreon's back actually, so if you subscribe right now to our Patreon, we will do out of 1,869 people as of now. You will have that much chance to win the fucked up Androidify box.
Oh my God. Yeah, man. So we will we'll give those away to some lucky patron. Head on over to patreon.com/nightattack. Shall we do a little bit of diamond time?
Spot of Diamond Time is indeed in order. Go ahead to reddit.com/r/Diamond Club if you would like to get your project shouted out over here on the show. This week, man, we had a real Pier 6 brawl for this. We had a bunch of people that were in here, but the number one is TV Seagon. I started for a GoFundMe to help purchase to me a new camera, as my current camera has over 6 years on it and is starting to really show its age. Last year, I was one of the main photographers at N14 and shot a lot of photos. The Thursday evening meet and greet, check. Smoke Monster 2.0, check. TMS Live, yup. Night Attack Live, hell yeah. He has nearly 1,200 photos from NT14 posted up publicly for anyone to use. Scott Johnson has been using them a lot for tons of various Frog Pants things. I've used them along with a lot of Tadpool and Diamond Club people. Go ahead and check it out. And he has a link to all of them. Anyhow, I'm hoping to get a new full-time camera that will be posting all the Nerdtacular photos online. Currently, the Nikon D800 body is going for a little under $1,500. And I have some things to sell and raise money. So I'm thinking the $1,250 I'm looking for is reasonable. I've got a new ultra-wide lens to go along with my telephoto zoom. So the new camera should allow my photos for N15 to look even nicer than last year's. The GoFundMe is gofundme.com/nerdtacular camera. And I'm definitely tossing them a hundo because this is great.
Heck yes. I just realized that we're gonna have to add a segment after this. But keep going. You want to keep on going through the next one?
Night Attack T-shirts at Nerdtacular. This is from D.W. Jensen. He says, will you be at Nerdtacular? Do you want an awesome Night Attack shirt? I designed one, and with the blessing of the powers that be, it's being printed. From now until July 5th, you can go to tinyurl.com/nightattackshirt for more info, fill out the form, and reserve your shirt. You can also send a like to Dave at facebook.com/bloodylake screen printing for making this happen. And these look really badass.
Yeah, and I'm thrilled for it. And as always, you know, we're thrilled for anyone to make any cash or whatever. It does complicate things because I guess if those are out and those are happening, I don't know that there's that Justin and I will show up and sell shirts like we usually do because we won't know how many are sold or how to make them. And to be honest, that's a bit of a load off our minds that I don't mind. So I don't know, Justin. Should we just declare this is the official shirt this year and everyone just go get them made over there?
I don't know. I think we should probably put more thought than the 5 seconds on the show.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, well, regardless, you could definitely get these right now. And, of course, who was it that posted it in Diamond Time?
That is DW Jensen. The link, again, is tinyurl.com/nightattackshirt, all lowercase.
Awesome. DW Jensen, first of all, we hope you make all the money on the planet. If you would like to chat with us about seeing what we could do to have them available at the live events, we would love to talk about that as well. We love the design. It looks freaking awesome, dude. Well done.
Absolutely. And finally, the Kickstarter for Airship, a tabletop tavern in Atlanta. A friend of mine, Chris Wong, is trying to, by the way, this is Cowgirl Curtis, is trying to kickstart a tabletop game bar in Atlanta where nerds from all over the metro area can come and hang and play games together while enjoying delicious food. Airship Tabletop Tavern is an uncompromising tavern for board games, social deception games, tabletops, RPGs, card game enthusiasts. It's designed for with those gamers in mind. It's a place that feels like leather and wood with big glass mugs, great food, and new friends. This is the kind of place we wished existed, so we are making it. Now, she gave us a real big, hairy Kickstarter link that is really hard to say over the air. So we are forced to go with California Carl's short link, which is bit.ly/churchsinger4ever.
Church Singer Forever. Well done. That's a great pick there, Cowgirl Curtis. Thanks so much. Of course, diamondclub.reddit.com is where you can get your project shouted out for Diamond Time. Weekly Diamond Time submissions are sticking at the top of the page. Number 2 right now at diamondclub.reddit.com is, read that headline there, Justin, because I have a story for you.
John C. Dvorak has a theory. Oh, wait, no, you want that one? That one, right?
Yep, that's exactly the one.
John C. Dvorak has a theory about the way men look after they get a vasectomy.
Okay, and if you click on that link, read to me what the entry was from one Spanish release.
He has spoken about it on the No Agenda. I was reading it off the screen there, Neshcom.
You've spoken about it on the No Agenda podcast many times.
I'm bringing this up since Justin keeps saying that Brian looks like a lesbian in the photos of him on the Patreon page. Every time Justin brings that up, I think of the theory of his. I could post it here if anybody's interested. I wanted to make it clear that I'm not looking to offend everybody, and John has no idea. I think that Brian had a vasectomy.
Well, and the responses here is somebody points out, isn't that a photo of Schwood before his vasectomy? And here's the...
Well, no, scroll down to my comment.
What's that?
Scroll down to my comment. It's the second one.
John C. Dvorak with a controversial opinion. Now I've seen everything. All right. I don't know if I told you this, Justin.
You did, actually. And I didn't. I decided to make that comment as opposed to telling the story that I didn't know was mine to tell.
Okay, well, then it is now yours to tell. So please set the record straight.
So I don't know. Did you wind up getting into a conversation with Dvorak about your vasectomy, or was it when all the Twitch shit was going down?
No. Oh shit. Hold on. I got for months. My voicemail was yes. For months, my voicemail was down, and then finally I got it fixed. And I was finally able to get messages. So it's like if you called, it would say this caller has not had his voicemail set up yet. And so I spent an hour and a half on the phone, get my voicemail set up with AT&T. And a couple days later, when I checked my voicemail, this is what I saw. There were 2 messages. Oh.
Hey, Brian, it's Dvorak. Can you give me a call? 5.
We got it. It's muted. You're good.
All right, look. This is one of those be good moments. We got to edit all that out. We got
to pull down. We got to pull down before you fucking played the entire personal phone.
Tell me, did Justin cut it off?
We muted it. It got muted. It's good.
Oh, fuck,
you're good.
Yes, awesome. Okay, you guys are the best. So there's that, and then there's a second message where he says,
"Hey, Brian, Dvorak, I'm calling you back. Try me again, 510."
God damn it, Brian.
Come on.
I pulled it. But he so he gets on the line and he tells me his theory.
Also, how often does Dvorak give his number on a fucking message? It's not 1983, Dvorak. We can fucking see the number when you call it on the cell phone.
Yeah,
John C. Dvorak, Poplar, 89.
First of all, that's actually just good business hygiene. You should give your number twice. I always give it twice. But
Is it just that he's
at any
calling
rate,
from year
he gives me his
510?
whole theory about how it makes men look at as lesbians. Which what I've always heard is like when you get old enough, all men eventually start looking like lesbians, regardless. But his whole theory is that having a vasectomy makes you look like a lesbian. I say, for the record, I think I look less like a lesbian now than I did during that Patreon recording video.
No, absolutely you do. Yes, no. For the record, I think that you there is just an element that is not to say that you are not a handsome man. I think that you look like a very handsome lesbian. I feel like for whatever, it is just a universal clarion call to Foxville for Brian Brushwood and his face.
Yeah.
Let's go back into this JCD story, though, real quick.
Okay.
Did he hear about you talking about, because we talked about the vasectomy a bunch on the show, did he hear it and call you out of the blue?
He heard about it, and I believe called Chad Johnson and said, I need Brian Brushwood's phone number. I've got to save him. And when he called, he said, hey, I heard you're getting a vasectomy. I was like, yeah, what is it? Is there something you want? I forgot the phrasing, but I remember him saying like, yeah, the first thing I want to do is talk you out of it. And he's like, let me tell you about the history of the vasectomy. And he goes, he's like, originally they thought it was a health rejuvenation effort and that it would preserve your testosterone to make you more of a man. And people were getting it just as a therapy to be more manly. But then you look at it, and he claims. And I bet he's. I don't think I'm speaking out of turn because I'm knowing John. I assume everything I'm saying he has also said on the No Agenda podcast. And if I'm wrong, I apologize in advance. But he claims that in a crowd he can identify with near perfect accuracy which men have had a vasectomy.
No,
just
he says that's in the clip that people have posted of him talking about it. That yes, no,
okay, good.
He's got nut snipper sense, and it just tingles, and he knows what nuts are connected and which ones aren't.
Can we play a little bit of it so we get it straight from the JCD's mouth?
Yes,
that would be Neshcom there. Yeah.
Give me.
See Dvorak, life hacks. 1, never eat seafood before traveling. Never marry an actress or an artist.
Or a musician.
Skip ahead here. I'm sure that you can get to some hotter stuff.
Definitely.
Person.
Here's where I got this. I had a book that I collect books, and there's this book from the
archivist.
All right. By the way, for the record, what you're hearing now is I'm almost certain taken verbatim from the phone call that we had.
I think it was called Stay Youthful or Youth something or other. And this was done in the late 20s when I think the vasectomy first became popularized. And it became popularized for one reason only, not for population control, but to make you look younger, because after you got a vasectomy, you would have traits, physical traits. If you're a male, obviously, and a female's not going to get a vasectomy, you had your traits would change. You would get a kind of a puffy face. Your skin would look different. To me, it always looks kind of like it gets more pale than it normally would be. And they showed a lot of before and after pictures, and that's where I first got this notion that I can spot somebody who's had a vasectomy. I'm really accurate at it. There's been a few guys.
That
who
alone,
totally
you know what? I'm going to call it. It's invalidated because I am pinker than ever, sir. I'll have you know.
People.
The only thing I can say about that, Brian, I mean, from your nuts to John's mouth. That's all there is.
Oh shit! Shut it down. That's it. That's our fucking witty rejoinder.
I do really want to say real quick that I actually found it incredibly flattering, and I was really flattered and really thought like, wow, man, that's the kind of thing. Whether or not he's right or wrong, whether or not he believes or I believe he's right or wrong, the fact that he believes he's right and that he thought to call me, I found deeply, deeply flattering. And I was just like, oh, you don't want me to get a vasectomy? I'm totally getting a vasectomy tomorrow. He called me the night before to put all this in my head, and I'm like, I'm going to get my nuts cut. Bye.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because also it's like there were more, but whether or not John C. Dvorak can pick you out of the crowd is like way low on the list of reasons why you would get or not get a vasectomy, right?
I actually went inside. I'm like, but Bonnie, John C. Dvorak says he'll be able to tell whether or not I had a vasectomy. People are saying he should start an anti-vasectomy clinic and call it JCD's Nuts.
Let's go ahead and get into the movie drop minute.
Movie Drop Minute presented by CosmicRadio.tv for the week of June 22nd, 2015. I'm your host, Roberto Villegas. To please our European audience, as we're in a European time slot, all money amounts have been converted to euros. Team DTNS is in 6th place with 116.7 million euros. Team NITAC is in 5th place with Inside Out bringing 80.3 million euros this week, bringing their total to 205.2 million euros. Team Frog Pants is in 4th place with 353.2 million euros. Team Core Kills is in 3rd place with 384.4 million euros. Team GFQ is still in 2nd place with 397 million euros even, and with a whopping 503.7 million euros. It's Team M-Trekker, and that is your Movie Drop Minute for the week of June 22nd, 2015.
Yo.
Dude. Yeah,
We're
we
totally
made a
gonna
bunch
win.
of money on Inside Out, so that was a cool thing that happened.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. Did anything change, do you think? Because it wasn't like we really had much of a chance.
No.
Are you going to go see Inside Out?
I already saw it.
And what'd you think?
Great. Amazing.
How does it rank in the pantheon of Pixar hits?
Probably it carries the greatest burden of unlikely, really, really great Pixar movies. It's a premise that is almost openly kind of hostile to being interesting to me. And I found it to be maybe the best sci-fi movie in terms of world building I've seen in years.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I actually don't want to know anything. Man, that's awesome. I'm sorry that I tuned out there for a second because Bonnie apparently had joined the wrong chat and spent the entire show in the chat room #live period and was not. And I looked over and her history says it's all Bonnie saying, "Where's the link for that? Are you guys there? I'm all alone."
That wasn't me.
No, that was okay. But now she's in the proper chat room.
I don't think I like you implying that I don't know how to use technology. I mean, what about
Bonnie? We just seen 10 minutes of evidence to the contrary.
Right.
All right. Will, do you have anything that you'd like to get out there to the folks, to the people, now that we're talking to the European continent?
Well, obviously everybody in the European continent already knows who I am, so there's not a lot that I can do here. But if by some chance there are some people in the New World watching, you can obviously follow me on Twitter @Wil Harris. You can follow me on Instagram @Wil Harris, where I post all sorts of lovely fashionable Condé Nast things because, fashion. And if you want to go and check out some of the stuff that we're working on, you can go to wired.co.uk, gq.co.uk. You can go to any of those cool titles, but mostly follow me on Instagram because it is tits.
It certainly is. Here's the best part about following Wil Harris on social media. If you've ever wondered how you would react at big fancy premieres and parties, just follow Wil Harris because he is your spirit animal that basically instead of, some people might go and post a real nice picture of them looking super posh and everything. And there is a little bit of that, but only with Wil Harris are you just going to get 19 tweets in a row of "I'm next to Sophie Turner. I'm next to Sophie Turner. I'm next to Sophie Turner. Oh my God, what am I supposed to do? I'm next to Sophie Turner."
Yeah, dude, that's amazing. Bonnie apparently doesn't realize that there's only one L in Wil Harris. And she definitely went.
A rookie mistake. Get thine panties out of a bunch.
Yeah. Hey,
Brian,
man,
what do you got? But is there anything? Is there any opportunity for people to meet you out in Europe, in France?
You know what? If you are in or near Cannes tomorrow, I've got two things. I'm doing a panel at noon as part of Con Leon about brand management, and then I will be doing about 30 minutes of my stage show at Google Beach. Right there on the beach, and as I understand it, a number of people are I guess, YouTube is going to cut up bits and pieces of it. They'll be showing little snippets of it on their channel. I'll be sure to tweet that out when it comes out. But it's been rad, man. I hooked up with the folks over at Jamie Oliver's Food Tube channel, the DJ BBQ barbecue, and the Slow Mo guys are here. Grace Helbig, we watched earlier today. Give a little talk. A lot of amazing names here. It's really, really cool, and I'm really thankful that that our friends over at Google saw fit to fly us out, and we hope that we brought some value to their shindig.
Indeed. If there is any opportunity for you guys to go see Brian, then go ahead and do it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the show.
Heck yeah, man. Dude, I can't wait to get back. Oh, man, next week I won't even be home, will I? Next week it's we're going to be at our family reunion, so it'll be another on the road show. What about you, Justin? Will you be in studio?
Believe I will. So somebody will be holding it down. But thank you so much again to Wil Harris, the OG Brito. Everybody go ahead and follow him at Wil Harris on Twitter. Brian, that's it for the Euro show.
Hells yeah, man. It's been an amazing adventure. We learned about the use of technology, the spelling of technological startups. Learned a little bit about what Germans think of kitsch phrases from the English, and we saw the crowning of a new champion. Tying of a new champion in the startup spelling bee. Man, hell of a time, guys. We love you. See you next Tuesday.
It's been Boobs. Die in a fire.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Drink a warm glass of Drano. Night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack. I love you.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.